Assalamu alaikum students, I am sending you the second lecture on discrete and continuous variables. These are the two basic types of quantitative variable. Discrete and continuous variable are very important in the sense because you have to choose the method for solving these two variables independently. Discrete variables are the variables which can take only some specified values within a given interval. It means discrete variables can take only some specified values. For example, if there is an interval of 5 to 10, then it can take value 5, 5.5, 6, 6.5, 7, 7.5, 8, 8.5, 9, 9.5 or 10. It cannot take every possible value. For example, 5.11, 5.32, 5.67. It can take only some specified values. Many people think that discrete variable don't have points at all. This is a good concept, but not in all cases. In some cases, it can take half values also. For example, 5, 5.5, 6, 6.5. Like in case of shoe size and collar size. Discrete variables take on values with jumps and breaks. Same thing, that it can take values with jumps and breaks. For example, it will take value 5, then it will jump to 6, then jump to 7, 7 to 8, 8 to 9 and 9 to 10. It will not assume the values continuously. Discrete variables are expressed in counts. This is very important point, that discrete variables are always counted. They are not measured. You don't need any units to measure the discrete variables. You just simply count the discrete variables. For example, number of children in the family, you can count the number of children in the family. Number of phone calls attended in an hour. Number of leaves on branches of a tree. These all are the discrete variables because they are counted. Number 2, they can only take specific values within an interval. For example, there can be 2 students in a class, there can be 2 children in a family. You cannot assume 2.5 children in a family. You have to be clear that there are only 2 or 3 children in a family. It cannot take 2.11, 2.22 or 2.33 value. It will jump from 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5. It will not take each and every value in the interval. There are two types of discrete variables: discrete by nature and discrete due to availability. Discrete by nature are those values which are naturally discrete. For example, number of children in a family. There can be 2 children, 3 children, 4 children, but there cannot be 2.5 or 2.2 children in a family. Number of household in a lane. Houses in a lane. There can be 3 houses, 4 houses, but cannot be 2.3 or 3.5 houses in a lane. They are naturally discrete and they cannot assume the values in points. The point which usually people think that discrete variable don't assume point is accurate for the quantities which are discrete by nature. For example, number of children, number of houses, number of lectures attended, number of books in a bag. Discrete due to availability. These quantities are not naturally discrete, but these are available in discrete nature. For example, shoe size and collar size. If you want to measure your shoe size, you can measure by using an inches tape or something like that. But if you want to go to the shop, you have to be precise that are you going to buy a shoe of size 8 or 9. Even if your feet measure is, your foot measure is 7.6, but you have to buy either a shoe size of 7 or 8. You cannot select a shoe of exact your foot size. Continuous variable is a variable which can take any possible value within a given interval. For example, suppose a child is 3 years old. Now he has to touch each and every point, each and every second, nanosecond, microsecond, to reach to a milestone of 4 years. He has to continuously move to 4 years. It is not possible that a child sleeps with 3 years at night and wake up at 4 years. The values do not assume jumps or breaks. Simple सी बात है. The values cannot assume jumps and breaks. The same example, that a child is sleeping at 3 years, he cannot get up at 4. He has to spend every moment, every second, every microsecond to reach to the milestone of 4 years. Continuous variable are measured in units. Very important point, how to distinguish between the two variables. The discrete variable was always counted, that you have to count the people in your family, the number of children in your family, the houses in your lane. But for continuous variable you cannot count, you have to measure it. For example, if you have to measure the children heights, you need inches tape. For weights, you need weighing machines, temperature, pressure, etc. They are always measured and expressed in some units. For example, height is expressed in inches or feet, weight is expressed in kilograms, etc. Identifying the nature of distribution. At UHE, you have to first be clear about the two concepts of discrete and continuous variables, and then you have to identify which nature of the distribution you are going to use. There are two types of designs used for making a frequency distribution for group data. Keep this in mind, that both continuous and discrete variables are the example of group data in frequency distribution. There are two basic types of frequency distribution: single value design and multiple value design. You have to choose that either you are going to use single value design or multiple value design. For single value design, you have 4 points. A single value design is a design that represents the class by a single value. हर क्लास के लिए एक सिंगल वैल्यू होगी. फॉर एग्जाम्पल 1, 2, 3. 1 is representing first class, 2 is representing second class. It is used, ये कब यूज़ होता है? It is used when data is discrete. First of all, you have to check the nature of the data. Either it is discrete or continuous. If it is discrete, then you can go for the single value design. Data values are small. The data should be in small values. For example, from 10 to 50, 10 to 20, the value should be small. They are usually less than 10 even. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, the values are small. Data range is less than 15. Range is the maximum value minus minimum value. Data range is less than 15 means that the values that when you subtract the maximum and the minimum value, the answer is less than 15. Class interval is either 1 or half. 1 is for naturally discrete items, for example number of houses, number of branch trees, number of children in your family, and half is precisely for the availability discrete variable, for example shoe size and collar size. The last point is just to identify the nature of grouping used for interval size. 1 is used for naturally discrete data, for example number of students, and half interval size is only limited to the data which is discrete artificially, for example shoe size and collar size. The naturally discrete data don't take interval of half. Multiple value design is used for continuous data and all those cases of discrete data which do not satisfy the condition for single value design. Multiple value design is used for continuous data. If your data is continuous, then you have only one choice to select the multiple value design. And all those cases of discrete variables which are not satisfying the condition for single value design, for example either the values are very large or the range is greater than 15, you cannot go for single value design. In this case you have to use multiple value design. Example of single value design is number of children and number of families. Number of children is a discrete variable, and look at the values. These are small values from 0 to 6 range. 6 minus 0 is again 6. Now the one thing which students get confused is that which one is x and which one is f, because both look alike. यहाँ भी numbers आ रहे हैं, वहाँ भी numbers हैं, 0 1 2 3 4 15 8 9, both look discrete. How to identify which value is of x and which of f? So be clear, the systematically arranged numbers are x and randomly arranged numbers are f. f हमेशा frequency होती है, oscillate करती रहती है, it can increase, it can decrease, but x are systematically arranged either in ascending or descending order. Now this is an example of multiple value design. Here a class is represented by more than one number, for example 3 to 5, 5 to 7, 7 to 9. Now look at the variable ages. Ages are measured on the continuous scale. So this is an example of continuous variable expressed via multiple value design. Multiple value design when midpoints are given. Now there are two types of multiple value design. Number one was when a range of values are given. These are the class limits. Now these are the class boundaries because they are precise. 3 to 5, 5 to 7, 7 to 9, 9 to 11. Here you are given class boundaries, and in this case number 2, these classes are expressed by midpoints. Now have a look at this design. There are heights and number of students. There is a confusion in students' mind that is this a single value design, because it is also being expressed by a single value with a height of 1. But please be clear about the variable, that single value design is only used for discrete variables. Height are not discrete. I have given you the example that a child cannot grow 5 feet tall without touching each and every point from 4 to 5 feet. So height are measure की जाती हैं on the scale by using either inches or feet. So first of all, be clear that for single value design you have to fulfill all 4 conditions. Here the first condition of discrete variable height is not fulfilling because heights are continuous. And next, there is a size of there is a difference of 1. It may cause a confusion, but when you are clear about the idea that single value design is only used for discrete variable, then you will be clear that these are the cases of multiple value design when midpoints are given. Now you have to note these important points, that why to discriminate between discrete and continuous is just to make easy the calculation of some quantities. Now be clear that there is a difference in calculation of discrete and continuous data only for these quantities which are mentioned here: median, quartile, decile, percentile and mode. In this case, why we use different formulas? Because these all quantities involve the formula which includes class boundaries L. In case of single value design, you cannot make L. That's why you have to rely on the formula of ungrouped data. It's written over here: for calculation of median, quartile, decile, percentile and mode, use formula of ungrouped data for single value design. Only for these values, not for any other quantity. Only these 5 quantities: median, quartile, percentile and mode. The reason is behind this is that the formula for group data of these quantity includes L, और L जो है वो single value design में available नहीं होता. You don't try to make L in case of single value design. All other calculations like mean, standard deviation will be done by formulae of group data. बाकी कैलकुलेशन में चेंज करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है, just go for the group data, but only for these 5 quantities which involve L in the formula you have to use ungrouped data for single value design, and for multiple value design you have to use the group data formula जो हमने पहले डिस्कस किए थे 5th ईयर में.